civilizations considered strong for those guys. Can I advance with just one civilization? Okay, so Miguel banned the Burmese. He doesn't want people to get the Burmese. And the civilization that he wants is the Mayans. So in Miguel's opinions, the Mayans are the strongest one. For the Viper, the Berbers and the Indians are his picks. This reminds me a lot of Battle of the other tournaments. These are not news for me. 3 Mesocivs for the Brazilian. Sorry, 2 Mesocivs and 1 South American, but all the civilizations with Eagle Warriors are chosen here by the Brazilian. And by the Viper, we can see Berbers, Indians, and the next one is Slavs and Malians. Interesting. The 2 next ones for Brazil are Magyars and Huns. So 3 Meso civilizations, 2 horse civilizations. I can see where this is going. The Brazilian guys are putting their hopes on the Meso civilizations. The Viper is getting the Berbers, the Indian civilizations with a more cavalry approach. Slavs that are really great. Malians, I would say they would be, I don't know, Britons, Franks. Okay, so these guys are the top 5 civilizations in the opinion, top 10 civilizations in the opinion of both the Viper and Miguel. Burmese, Bennett, Huns, Magyars, Incas, Aztecs, Mayans, so the Meso civilizations, Huns and Magyars, Berbers, Indians, Slavs, Malians, and Franks. So what can we conclude from this? Both of those guys are just stating, okay, if you get the Meso civilizations and a lot of strong horse civilizations, fast unit horse civilizations, you are going to have a good combo. And in the end, these were the civilizations, and look at this. Teutons and Goths were the 2 left for the last civilization picks. That's really nice. Anyway, we can now go for the games. I like this. Really enjoy it the way that those guys thinking. The Brazilians were out-civied every game? How? Let's see. Maybe we disagree about out-civied. Okay. So great performance by AM. Let's see the Brazilian guys. Let's go Brazil. Okay. Oh my God! Look at this, guys. Brazil here has good chances because the map they are playing is this fucking one here that we call beach fight, not beach, beach. So I'm going to say beach anyway. So it's beach fight, and the map with no stone. And we have Aztecs for Dogao. Someone just flared all the enemies, so I suppose that we have Vietnamese here in the hands of Miguel. I don't know how I feel about the Vietnamese. They are really slow, they cannot benefit from the farms. The Aztecs might benefit from the farms and are a great addition here because none of those civilizations need actually castle units. I can enjoy it. And RiuT is playing as the Vikings. Interesting choice with the Vikings. But we have seen this in the other game? No, we didn't. I don't know what he's going to do with the Vikings. Maybe 2 archer civilizations and 1 Meso civilization. No horse civilization. Does it make sense? Kind of. I'm thinking here, maybe instead of horses, Dogao can use eagles. Overlay. Oh, fuck. I just missed the overlay. Yeah, man. That's how I do this shit, huh? Fuck. Ah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Anyway, we didn't miss it much. I was just passing by the civilizations. In the TyRanT team, we have the Viper with the Britons. And what a time, yeah? He has Britons, and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheep, goat, or whatever shit you want to call this, coming for his TC. Tatoh, here, the Spaniard, playing with the Malay. We also saw Ting using the Malay, but it didn't turn out good. But maybe now things are different because having the Malay as pocket Maybe in the castle, especially with the help of Britons, he can use the elephants. I really wanted to see. I swear to you guys, elephants here would be a thing because they are really close to enemy, and the biggest problem with the elephants is the speed and how long they take to get to the enemy. And we have DauT here, huh? Playing with the slabs. Well, if I consider how this map starts, I would give 2 points to TyRanT against 0 from Brazil when choosing the civilizations. Okay, my first point here, Slavs can abuse of these early farms to have a great economy. Let's take a look on really quick on the food. Economic stats, DauT of course ahead. Everyone was just farming, no one was doing anything different, and DauT is ahead because of his farming. That's how this works. Then if we go here for the top side, we have Viper abusing now of the ship. So I swear to you guys, in 1 or 2 minutes from now, the two guys with the better economies are going to be DauT and Viper, both because those civilizations can abuse of the bonus of those maps. The extra ships can turn the Britons into great economic civilization in this condition, and so can the Slavs with the farms. So right now I'm seeing the TyRanT with much better economy. Let me advance 2 minutes to see how this will work. But maybe Dogao and the guys here can compensate the economy with their military. But they are walling. Okay, Miguel is walling the front of his base. And he's really close, huh? That's a good map for Miguel to defend. Only a goal a bit behind, but I do not see he in danger from the front. Dogao here has a bad map to wall, because there's a lot of space to wall. I disagree with RiuT wall here. In my opinion, RiuT should have walled to the top, getting the hill and putting it in Brazil control. With this kind of wall, TyRanT, if attack this spot, is going to have the hill. So I know that he's trying to do a quick wall, but I do not like this kind of wall. Maybe he should close this area here with a small wall and this other one here. Anyway, Brazil guys are walling. DauT's making a barracks, so probably going for a rush or scouts. With Slavs, he could be going for scouts. Let's check the economy. Oh, guys, I totally missed the point. The Malay have a faster up, so they can also compete with the other civilizations when it comes to the up. That was probably the idea. Huh? Let's see the food. Economic stats. I told you, the DauT here, the first one to get 1,000 resources of food. The second one with 1 food less is the Viper. Wood is great for Tatoh, but both TyRanT guys have more wood than the Brazilian guys, or the same amount. So they have this difference here in the food collecting. And this shows how strong the bonus is. Already now, with 7 minutes, both of TyRanT players are already benefiting themselves from the bonus. And look of Viper number of goats. Oh my god. He's going to be in great advantage because of that, man. In really great advantage. So the Viper will be in great advantage economically because of the goats. DauT because of the farms. So maybe that's why the Brazilian guys are walling. But man, oh my god, Dogao shouldn't wall, man. Look at this wall. That's a terrible wall. He's leaving the hill for the TyRanT guys to attack here. He should wall in front of the hill and ask only here in front of the hill, leaving the hill for him to defend, and let RiuT wall here, leaving the hill for Dogao to defend. So instead of walling here and here, walling here on the front, here in the front, same amount of wood, same amount of work, double the space and the hill for them. That's the words of the waller, huh? Anyway, Miguel is going for the gold, going for a second lumber camp. It seems to me that he's going for the archers. because he has few villagers on the food. Dogao here is going for the gold. He still has a lot of villagers on the food. Not sure. And RiuT, man. Let's see. Okay, RiuT is walling here. I can agree with this wall. This other one is also good. Is RiuT going for a fast castle? Because he's investing so much into the wall and he's not going for the gold yet. But he has also a lot of villagers on the food. He's not going for a quick army. Maybe he can even sling here, to be honest. The Viper is walling just small walls here to protect his goats, going for the gold. So the Viper is going for the archers, same as Miguel. Tatoh is... I don't know what Tatoh is going for. Fucking mad Spaniard. With this amount of villagers on the wood, he is going for archers. He doesn't have enough villagers to go to Castle Age, so he's going for archers. Let's see DauT. DauT's doing scouts. So we have scouts for DauT, archers from Tatoh, archers from the Viper. Let's see. Brazilian guy. RiuT probably going for a fast castle. Dogao also fast castle. Miguel going for the archers. Let's see. Dogao making a double palisade, but man, I'm still not comfortable with this wall. Let's see. Okay, so 4 archery ranges up for TyRanT. 2 for the Viper, who is already spamming archers. 2 for Spaniard man, Tatoh. And scouts for DauT. All players still have a lot of goats on the TC, especially the Viper, who can benefit more from those. Miguel finishing his goats already. Dogao with a good bank of goats and making market and blacksmith. Oh, see, that's a bad spot, man. You have to wall against people pushing your buildings from the hill. That's bad, that's bad. He should have walled here and here. More forward walls. RiuT is oh my god, I was right all along. RiuT did a market. RiuT is using all of his stone, is making the coinage. This is going to end in a slinging game, guys. Is he going to sling Miguel or... No, he's going to sling Dogao. I'm not sure if Dogao is going for like 5 or 6 barracks. Eagles or fast imp. I would go for the eagles with Miguel's help. I'm not sure yet. Dogao tried to wall. TyRanT tried to break here. If TyRanT enter here, the game might be over. Miguel just now making this. And where's DauT? DauT scouts here, only 3 scouts. He's making the market already, and RiuT is slinging to Dogao. Look at Dogao's economy, guys. A lot of resources, Dogao making a tower. I believe that Dogao is going to defend. Yeah, he did. And Miguel has a really good map for defending, so RiuT stone wall, Dogao stone wall, Miguel stone wall in the front. TyRanT cannot go and do anything right now. Dogao is making a lot of eagles. He's making a sick workshop. This is going to be hard for the TyRanT because the Aztecs alone could do a lot of damage. With Sling, twice the damage. Miguel is going for the outside, so is the Viper. This army from the Viper will be a lot weaker if Dogao comes here, man. And Dogao is opening his walls and preparing a mangonel. He has a good number of eagles. DauT's going castle. I do not see a lot of stables. This is going to boom. TyRanT only has a few palisades. So I see like a good chance for Brazil here. TyRanTs are not in a good position to defend. Look at this. Easily, and Dogao is inside with a good pack of eagles. DauT now trying to go for a second stable. Going for a second TC. Malay Tatoh adding stables. Well, he can use knights and elephants. Still would rather be in Dogao's position. Viper here doing a palisade gate would be nice, would be not good. Okay, Dogao has made Tatoh to retreat. Tatoh is in a bad position here. His gold is exposed, he's not collecting gold. Tatoh is in a bad position regarding the gold. Miguel is also killing his villagers that are on the outside, on the back of the map. The Viper is being pushed by Dogao. DauT only has 3 knights, man. The only one here in a kind of good position is the Viper for now. Oh, well, he's not anymore because Dogao is going to push him. But because he has crossbows here, but those eagles, they can do the job here. Let's see. Well, the Viper trying to use the heal. Miguel trying to surround him. Eagles going after the crossbowman. The eagles are deadly machines against ranged units. Look at this. 6 eagles and the Viper push is over. The Viper is being killed here by the mangonels. DauT's coming to help. Tatoh is coming to help with the elephants. Interesting. And Miguel just killed the army of Tatoh that was trying to go for this gold. So Tatoh is using the market to make those elephants. If Dogao wins this fight, maybe Brazil got the game. But the elephants are too strong. You see? Fucking elephants, and they are cheap as fuck. Well, what's Dogao doing? Dogao is going now for Imperial Age. I don't get it. If he was going to Imperial Age, maybe this was a bad call because he should have retreated his eagles in order to upgrade them. So I think that he could either go for like 5 to 6 barracks on Castle full and keep fighting, or to go Imp but save the army to Imperial. Anyway, he's doing a good job. TyRanT is having to defend themselves. Tatoh stayed for long without gold. Miguel is trying to get their wood lines. RiuT is here just slinging. The only thing that I do not like about this strategy is that Dogao is committing himself 100% in army, so he's not placing more town centers. Miguel is the only one that will probably place more town centers. And in the TyRanT team, Viper has 2 town centers. Tatoh has 2, going for the 3rd one. DauT has 3 town centers, so the villager count is growing for TyRanT, it's growing a lot. And this means that the TyRanT has the time at its favor. If the longer the game goes, the better it will be for TyRanT. And Dogao is the one who now is in a hurry to do the damage. That's my analysis. I do not think the Imp decision is bad. I just think that the other decision of fighting with those eagles was precipitated. Dogao could have twice this army and going Imperial if he had not fight there. This map is hard because of that. It's hard to use units like the eagles with their speed, since you cannot go to many different places, because enemy army can just reach their allies to help so quickly. Look, the distance between the Viper and DauT is really small distance. So it's easier for TyRanT to concentrate their army, and concentration of army is a good thing to defend from sling. So this map is favoring the way TyRanT's playing, to be honest, in my analysis. But I still think that Brazil has something to show us. Okay, Knights against Eagles. Oh, bad engagement for Dogao. He's going to lose the Eagles to the Knights. Now he's trying to kill the archery ranges. Okay, TyRanT doesn't have the numbers to stop this. Both Miguel and Dogao are coming now with town centers on the gold. This is something I like. RiuT is also here. Dogao now is breaking the archer ranges and is going to do the damage. Tatoh is not on the gold once again. He only has a few elephants. DauT's trying to hold his best with knights. Dogao is abusing of the raidings. Man, I'm enjoying what Dogao is doing. But if he scatters his army, he's going to lose to the elephants, he's going to lose to the knights. I think that he should raid, but concentrate his army again. Look at this, he's losing battles here, he's losing battles here, he's losing a few eagles here to the crossbowmen as well. Dogao lost 2 small battles, and now the army advantage is not his anymore. Both teams go into the gold. The gold of TyRanT safe, the gold of Brazil is safe. Man, I'm not sure. Miguel is only now coming to help, but with really few units. The elephants are annoying as fuck, man. They are doing a great job against the eagles. Mostly because of their natural trample damage. Okay, this is not being good. So this is not being good for Brazil. TyRanT is now pulling Brazil back, and you see, in my opinion, guys, this is the GG. Because if you are being slinged and you are not doing big damage, your economy is the one that's going to collapse. If you look at RiuT, RiuT is on feudal age with 69 villagers, and he's the one with the bigger number of villagers on Brazil team with a feudal age economy upgrades. Viper, almost the same economy, but he's the Britons, so he's almost on Imperial. He has a big pack of crossbowmen that with the Imperial range are going to be a lot stronger. The monks cannot work here, man, because of the range of and the number of the Britons. So monks doesn't seem like an option. I have another follower which is really important, BoA Artigas, and Tatoh here alone could kill all the army from Brazil, man. DauT is trying to raid their gold. That's nice. They are using the fastest unit to go there raiding. Tatoh is also making a few elephants here to help stopping the raidings if they ever happen. Oh my god. DauT's now making more stables. He's investing into cavalry, and Brazil doesn't have the numbers, man. The villager count is much bigger in favor of TyRanT. I do not see the Brazilian guys winning this game. Tatoh is not even upgrading his elephants. Is this what I'm seeing? That's weird, huh? Not that he needs it. Whoa, and yet another follower, which is really nice. This time is Fatality with 2 Ls. Dogao has a lot of eagles here, but I cannot see his eagles winning against the elephants alone. With the help of the knights and the arbalests, they are going to call it. They are going to call it. Brazil is going to call it. Look at this. Miguel with those, it's not going to help. Viper with those, being much more helpful. And man, Miguel received a really bad damage. If you consider that the Viper was even pushed by Dogao and the Viper wasn't, yeah, he's doing the difference here. The walls, as I said, are bad because they give the heal to TyRanT. And this is exactly the spot that I mentioned on the beginning of the game is the one that's killing Brazil right now. Because if it was the opposite case, if Brazil had the heal, they could even pick this fight, man. But with no heal, it's not possible to pick this fight. DauT not allowing Brazil to get gold. Tatoh defending the gold from TyRanT. And here, Miguel losing his arbalest to DauT. Dogao trying with no success to do something with his eagles. Tatoh not even upgrading the elephants, man. Really? Look at this, man. The elephants just ate the eagles. Ah. Oh my god. Melee elephants being used, Briton archers to take over. The sling unfortunately failed for Brazil. Yeah, that's bad. 1-0 TyRanT. Well, no problem. In the other series, China also start winning. Game 2. Okay, and second time Brazil has one of strongest civilizations here. So we have Dogao. Dogao is playing with the Mayans and his pocket. So he has the same spot that Leary had. The Mayan pocket depends a lot on how his allies are going to play. I really love it the way that AM team played. It was nice to see. Let's see if the Dogao will have the same luck here with Miguel and RiuT. Miguel here is playing as the Magyars, which is a great civilization for horses. I would probably like to have the Magyars on the middle. Do you think that the strat was the problem or the execution of Dog's sling? Well, fatality, hard to tell, man. Hard to tell. In my opinion, TyRanT knew that they needed to be together to fight the sling. And Miguel was doing like an outside job. He was alone working there in the other spot. In my humble opinion, if Miguel and Dogao attacked together and Miguel kept making a lot of army, if he had a civilization like the Vietnamese, but he played like with 3 ranges with a lot of crossbowmen trying to win by the numbers, he could let Dogao do the rest of the job, because with his numbers he could help Dogao win the initial battles. I think that the execution was bad because Dogao was always playing against 3 guys and Miguel was doing a side quest playing against the others. So because of that, Dogao was picking bad fights, and that map is hard, man, for Slinger, because the enemy team is all together. It's easier for them to help each other. So that's my opinion. Magyars here for Miguel, great cavalry civilization. So maybe he can be more of an offensive guy to give Dogao the time to go for the plummets. And RiuT play as the Italians. Man, what is with those guys and the Italians in Arabia, man? You see Hart, he could only defend and play the basics. He didn't show anything special with the Italians in the first 30 minutes. So do not expect anything special from the Italians in the beginning. Time now to analyze the enemy team of TyRanT. The Viper here is playing with the Franks, great civilization with horses, but so was CL and had no use. Malians for Tatoh. Malians, in my opinion, are one of the greatest civs for Arabia. Maybe at some point Tatoh might have problems to deal with the plumed archers if they are really messed and he's not on Imperial, but once he's on Imperial with Cavaliers as well, he's going to do great, and Malians have a lot of options, so he can act as a support for the Franks, leave the cavalry job for the Viper, and go for supporting units like the Gebetos, the Onagers, or anything, or just keep the Cavaliers. And DauT has the Indians. That's interesting because TyRanT is using 3 civilizations with strong cavalry. The Franks of the Viper, who's walling himself. Smart move. I like this move. Is he going to fast castle or scouts? 10 and 16 feudal age. RiuT also going for a 10 and 30 feudal age. He's walling himself, so from RiuT I can expect anything from archers, skirmishers, or scouts. Oh, okay, mining camp. He's going for archers. Dogao is walling himself, but you see, man, Dogao is not in his best walling days. He just walled this portion here, double palisade this other portion here, but he's open here on RiuT, he's open here on himself. But if he finish this area here with Miguel, they can cover themselves. Brazil got Mayan Pocket this game, asked for restart and got Mayan Pocket. Well, man, Mayan Pocket is not good, but it's not impossible. If you just watch the game between the China A or an AM, the wings just play defensive in the beginning and messed on the castle. And because of that, the Mei and Leary could get the bigger advantage. Simple as that. Mei and Tatoh here, adding a barracks, getting gold, collecting wood, going for a fast castle, kind of starting to wall himself with palisade, which is smart. And now the Indian is going for what? Archers, it seems. You see, I think that in the right side, DauT is going to have the edge over RiuT, in my opinion. Because if both players wall themselves, DauT might have the help of the knights from Tatoh earlier, and DauT can even go for more skirmishers if you want, because Dogao is not going to send plummets, and if the Viper plays more aggressive, or at least put some pressure on Miguel, he won't be able to help with the Magyar cavalry. So the skirmishers might be an option here for DauT, maybe a combination. And once he do a pack of skirmishers, he doesn't need to do anything else. He will just have the Italian guy in his hands, and maybe he can force the Italian guy to go for knights, which will be really hard for his economy and will get DauT even stronger economically. Okay. I think that the Brazilian guys need a strategy to work. Dogao now is fully walled, okay. He corrected his flaws. Brazilian team is playing much more like AM, trying to make a team wall. Miguel is still open. RiuT is closed. RiuT's going to be fine, he's closed. But Italian has nothing special. Oh no, they have a hole here, man. Look at this. RiuT needs to close this. Now he find out, and he needs to close. He deleted, and he's immediately going to close with 2 houses. That's great. The Viper's here, trying to find anywhere to attack, and he's going in. No, he's not. RiuT just defended with his archers. The Viper didn't find any raiding spots. Miguel is also not finding... Oh, look at this, man. The Spaniard defense is just beautiful. 2 spearmen here, all palisaded. Second town center for Tatoh. He's going for 1 stable, and 3rd town center. So Tatoh idea is to go for 1 stable, mini boom into +2 knights, or maybe even go further. Let's see. DauT's fully walled with archers. RiuT's fully walled, also with archers. Dogao is making a castle here in front of his TC and protecting his main gold. He's also walled. Miguel is walled, but there's some weak spots, like this really big wall. A bad spot for the walling, huh? Not sure how this will work. Anyway. Tatoh is just booming. 3TCs working a lot. Market here for the cartography. He cannot be raided. In like 1 or 2 minutes from now, Tatoh can start adding 2, 3 stables if you want and spend knights from all the game. The Viper here is walled and with 2 stables, so he's going for knights. DauT is the one making the ranged units. Okay. I was going to say that maybe having halberdiers on Imperial Age could be great for Brazil, but if DauT just keep this army alive, he would totally counters it. Dogao here booming with 3TC and the Mayans, doing a few plumed archers. Tatoh just ignoring everyone and booming. I like this. You see, the maps on this tournament are so open that the map that those guys are choosing to boom is Arabia. And here, as I said, comes the 2nd, maybe the 3rd stable. 50 villagers for Tatoh and the wheelbarrow. Great play, man. His economy must be flying. DauT attacking RiuT. RiuT now trying to defend himself. Army count is a bit better for DauT. probably because of Indian economy. DauT's making second TCs, making university, crossbowman upgrade. I think that in the early fights, the advantage relies on DauT because it's much easier to fight when you have your pocket with knights. Tatoh only now doing the upgrades, not that he needed before, he was just scouting DauT. 3 stables, going for stone? I'm not sure, maybe this is just to make TCs. TheViper 3 TC, booming, making +2 knights. Oh, look at this, DauT ignored RiuT, who was forced to stay inside of his base with his crossbowman, opened the house from Dogao and is going to attack Dogao, who's quickly building a second castle. Man, he will need RiuT. But if RiuT comes here on the open field, Tatoh can use the knights, and Viper as well, so... Okay, Brazil still fine, they are defending. These two together can do a good job, but... I still like more the combination of knights and crossbowmen because of the power of the knights. Tatoh is spamming with 3 stables, like I said, and of course with one of the best economies in the game, making the 4th TC, making houses here. Oh, I don't like this, look at this. When you build houses like this, you are inviting the Mayan to hide archers there. Okay, Tatoh here. Brazilian been repelling the armies, but Miguel is not together with them. Huh? Miguel is losing a few knights because of that. But Dogao and RiuT together put off the TyRanT team that couldn't do any kind of damage. RiuT now making the tambourine, those archers are going to fly. And remember guys that DauT doesn't have Arbalest on Imperial, so with this transition maybe DauT will get messed up if he relies on Arbalest or something. And the transition into Camel would be bad. He would have the Mayan dealing damage and the possibility of Geno's crossbowman. So now Brazil chances are increasing. But still, TyRanT has the map control and are all the 3 together trying to attack Miguel. RiuT coming here from the outside, Dogao coming from the inside with his plumed archers. This fight might be bad for Miguel if they get inside. He's losing stables. Army count looks similar. Small advantage for Brazil in the number of ranged units, but maybe TyRanT can compensate with the power of the knights. Great positioning by Dogao. Miguel here coming to help Dogao. TheViper entering here with his knights. RiuT getting the heal position. Oh my god, look at this fight. That's the fight of the game, man. The positioning of Brazil is great here. Both Miguel is on the front, holding their army back. Dogao is on the hill, well positioned, firing with fully upgraded Castle Age plumed archers. Maybe he doesn't have the tambourine, but he has all the others. And RiuT with the tambourine and the others upgrades just repelled. So great positioning, great fighting at the cost of Miguel knights, and not all of them because he still has a few here. They eliminated the TyRanT army of knights. So great fight for Brazil, man. Here I can see Brazil making the difference, but they have to use this time. RiuT's not going imp, and this might be bad, and maybe he's over investing in archers and is picking bad fights. Dogao now will try to make damage on Tatoh, and he needs it because Tatoh is fully boomed. He only needs to upgrade his cavalry, so Dogao needs to use this window to do the most damage he can. Maybe Miguel should be going with him. I don't know what Miguel is gaining here by just camping with the knights. And DauT is making a castle here. He's making more archery ranges. Is DauT going for skirmishers? Yeah. Well, skirmishers can counter 2 of enemy guys, but the only problem for DauT would be receiving an attack from Miguel with no defense from horses at all. Dogao is trying to walk here. There's a really bad gold here for Tatoh to defend. Oh my god. Dogao is coming back. Oh my god, look at this. No, RiuT. No. I don't like what RiuT is doing. RiuT just sent his army of crossbows forward. Man, really? Against Franks and Madians, almost on Imperial. The one that should have worked with Dogao was Miguel. This is not an army of cav archers that can run. This army here is down. And DauT's here, so TyRanT has the numbers. Even Dogao is having to flee away from here. He couldn't make any forward cast though. There's no map control for Brazil anymore. Oh my god. And Dogao is losing most of his plumets here to the Cavaliers. DauT has a good spot here. Let's see what's RiuT. Oh no, RiuT. RiuT's doing the bracer. RiuT's doing the Geno's crossbowman. Of course, because the TyRanT has 2 cavalry sieves, but DauT with the skirmishers maybe can stop him. I think that the secret here of this game would be both RiuT and Miguel switching functions here. Miguel should be the one sending all his knights here to RiuT, and RiuT should be the one letting his Genos crossbowmen to push on the middle or on the Viper side, because then DauT would be forced to try to help with skirmishers. The only thing that Brazil cannot make here is fighting Miguel against Viper. That will annulate their advantage, and RiuT against DauT. That could be really bad. Tatoh is here, gaining position for DauT. Dogao is here, helping Miguel. That's great. That's a great cover. If Dogao covers here for Miguel, Miguel can go there. And Miguel is going. And RiuT is having some problem because of the numbers. This game is still undecided, but DauT is trying to push with trebuchets here. And Miguel, economy is suffering, man. He doesn't have the army that he needs. Viper already have paladins, but Miguel doesn't have even cavaliers. And look at this defense. That's a poor defense. That snowball. Viper can join him. Dogao is trying to make a few halberdiers, it seems, but maybe not in time. Ah, my god. And the paladins are going inside. Oh, that's bad. DauT's pushing here. And Miguel cannot protect himself because the cavaliers are not world opponents of the paladins. But he's upgrading. So both he and Dogao need to buy time. Where's Dogao? Viper's raiding Dogao. Viper's raiding Miguel. He's trying to use the paladins as distraction for Tatoh and DauT to go here. And oh, look at this. Tatoh is switching. He knows that the cavalry are not going to be his best option once RiuT have massed Geno's crossbowmen, and he also knows that the Malians have the siege. So he's making siege, he's making barracks. I don't know what he's going to do with the barracks. But the siege is a good idea. Viper is doing a great raiding. All I can see here is Miguel losing villagers, Dogao losing villagers. It seems that Brazilian guys are not doing a good job on walling. And look at the difference. You see the Viper? Fortified stone walls on the front, on the front of his base. If you look at DauT, he has a castle, but still open, so not the best walling. But the Vipers stone walled. Brazil guys have palisade, have broken walls. I believe that if the Brazilian guys had better walls, the Viper wouldn't be able to do all the damage he's doing here with the paladins, man. He would have be forced to fight against army, and maybe Dogao and Miguel could stop him. Ooh, but good fight here. Genos crossbowmen cleaning the cavalry. DauT now with camel archers. Sorry, with Imperial camel, but they are not solving the problem because of the Genos skirmishers. Oh, that's nice. I get it. Tatoh is trying to use the champ calls. The champions with an extra armor can buy time here, can make the numbers for Tatoh to upgrade the siege. And he's trying to raid with light cavs, that's great. TyRanT is raiding a lot and Brazil is not raiding. They are taking the offensive power, and their defense is bad, man. They are not doing a good job on the defense. Oh my god. Elite skirmishers from DauT, onagers here, so DauT and Tatoh have elite skirmishers and onagers that can clean these archers here if Miguel is not here to help, and Miguel is annihilating himself against the Viper. Dogao was the one supposed to send here something to help Miguel, or ignore the Viper, I don't know, make walls here and concentrate their fire. The Viper is still raiding, getting a lot of villagers from RiuT. He got a lot of villagers from Dogao, a lot of villagers from Miguel, villagers from the gold trade. This is not great. Let's see how the trade is going now. The Tatoh is killing the trade as well. The trade count, society stats, no, economical. RiuT is the one with the most trade. Oh, I was wrong, huh? He's doing a good job. Miguel has 0 trade. This is not good for a guy making paladins. Dogao doesn't need them a lot since he's main, but he's okay. DauT is fine. Viper is starting, but Viper has collected more gold. The KD is really bad for Miguel, huh? You see, Miguel and the Viper. Miguel has a much better, much worse KD, mostly because he was the only guy with horses, man. That was probably the point. Trebuchets here, attacking the castle. Second castle that RiuT is going to lose. Man, RiuT is going to have only one castle. He won't be able to mess the nose. Miguel is coming here, but that's a really bad fight. He's sacrificing all of his paladins in order to get a few onagers. But what about the trebuchets? But he doesn't have a replacement force. The Viper is here trying to get his attention, and even Miguel trying to ignore. There's nothing coming from Dogao, who's covering for RiuT, who's dead. That's not good. Brazil is being pushed back. A great use of units here by Tatoh. The champions are proving themselves to be really useful, man. Look at this. Great armor. The skirmishers as well. Simple units for the TyRanT team that are working, man. They are doing good strategical decisions here. The Viper advancing slowly with castles. No camel civilization. Only now the Genos crossbowmen are on this side. Oh my god, no. That's not how you do it, man, because the Viper doesn't need to fight these Genos. He just can get all his paladins and go to the other side. That's the problem with the Genos, the speed. The Genos should be advancing straight, forcing with some support. It's bad to move Genos like this. But they are doing the job. Right now, Viper picked a really bad fight. And lost most of his paladins. But on the other side, I do not see any effort on defending RiuT, who is only one castle away of getting no ways of getting the Genos crossbowman. Dogao is retreating. Brazilian guys are getting... Oh, here's the another castle. Brazilian guys are trying to defend, but the skirmishers are doing the job. The champions from Tatoh as well. That's amazing. I never thought of Melian champions with such a power. It's like he's using Hurscouts. Like it. The Viper advance stopped here because of RiuT. Well, they are not going to take to push here with RiuT Genos. They will need skirmishers or archers, or, like I said, to just move the horses to other places. Ah, man, it's terrible. That's really, really terrible, man. Anyway, let me see. Okay, Miguel is sending paladins here to defend the trade. Oh, but look at the Brazil trade, man. Tatoh, with simple units like light cabs and champions, is doing the job on the right side. He's also coming with Sig Onager to support the Viper here against the Genos. And the Brazil team, Dogao is trying to raid the trade, but has been spotted by DauT, and look at this wall, man. This is the difference, in my opinion. TyRanT is much more committed when it comes to walling and defend. And I have a follower. Oh, Cloud is now hosting me. Thanks, man. JKT Cloud from Taiwan. Thank you. And Viper has done a big stone wall, fortified, that protected all of his team. He's finishing the wall. Maybe this villager is going to die. Okay, the villager's dead, but both Tatoh and DauT have spotted these plummets here and are going to stop it. And in the Brazilian side, the guy that went the further into walling was RiuT. You can see some bad timing attempt of walling here by Dogao. Miguel totally open. I really didn't like the defense. I think that with those civilizations, the defense was an essential part of Brazil's plan in order to focus the army against army fight. In an army against army, I believe that Brazil had a chance, but TyRanT is outsmarting Brazil here. DauT is doing good units to push on the side. He also has now the Imperial Camel, so he can kill any unit from other team with those two units. He's just picking fights, now even changing into half-cav archers. The Viper was just focused into fight. He lost all his big battles, but he is one of the guys with the best KD ratio. Both DauT and Tatoh are now coming to the trade. Brazil trade is not in a good position. Those units here are not going to be enough to stop this, man. Deleted market, RiuT trying to go for a second market. Miguel trying to come here. DauT with a great spot with a castle on a hill here and making more Imperial Camels. Even on the other side, Viper is now messing paladins. I do not see the Genos anymore. Where are they? Probably died. And Tatoh is even making siege here to help the Viper. Miguel last attempt to go to the trade. Man, sorry, this couldn't work. DauT has the Imperial Camel. And TyRanT is stone walls and fortified walls for TyRanT. In the end, I think that this is the difference. The defense of TyRanT and acknowledging that they should fight using the speed of their army is giving them their game. Brazil is losing points in defense from both game 1 and 2. That's probably the weak spot of Brazil right now. So Indian DauT, as I said, with the Imperial Camel, with no trouble, just erased those paladins. Okay, Miguel and Dogao are putting back the armies with the help of Miguel, but in the middle, DauT is advancing with cav archers, with heavy camels, now making trebuchets. Man, DauT has been amazing this series. He went for the ranged units, he stayed long with the skirmishers, and now he's showing a powerhouse of the Indians with heavy cav archers, heavy Imperial camels. The Viper never was able to finish Miguel here, with only Paladin against Paladin, but he did a great job raiding. That's sad. That's a sad game for Brazilian to watch. Anyway, 2-0 for TyRanT. And Thor is watching the... Oh my god. Thor is here on the stream. Man, that was bad. I'm going now for another game, man. I'm going for the game 3. And Brazil is 2-0. Is losing 2-0. Let's see. Okay, stop it. Okay, let's see. And step is the map. Let's see how Brazil is going to work on step. Dogao has the Mongols, so with some good map control, he could get the zebras and have a power spike. Miguel has the Huns, so both Mongols and Huns on the same game from Brazil. I like this. And here RiuT has the Ethiopians. So Archer civilization for RiuT, Mongols flexible civilization for Dogao in this map, and Huns, of course, cavalry job for Miguel. Huh? Enemy side, what do we have? Chinese for DauT. Well, we saw how strong Chinese can be. Huh? Leray totally outplaying his enemies by using the advantages of being a Chinese. And of course the advantage of the farms. And Berbers for the Viper. I like this as well. I really like it. Because in this map, cavalry can have a really great play, and Berber is a great safe choice because they can also make camel. And Spanish for Tatoh. Tatoh, okay, Tatoh is on the stone. He is rushing RiuT. He's trying to get RiuT, getting some advantage, but I don't know about those towers. He could stop. Okay, he prevented RiuT to go for the middle, but 3 towers unprotected. Now Miguel is making scouts. The Viper is coming here with his own scouts. Maybe Tatoh needed to be faster here to build these towers if he wanted to stop Miguel from getting the deers. That's a greedy fighty. And Miguel replacement is closer. A barracks now, I like it. RiuT's trying to go with a few archers. I totally forgot, but Dogao is here with archers and pikemen, and he's trying to go for the middle. He's taking the Viper away from the middle. DauT's trying to defend them. Oh my god, I need more water. Okay, so Dogao and DauT are both making archers, In the beginning, I can totally see Dogao abusing of the speed and his advantage with the archers, but later on, my expectation is that during Castle Age, if game comes to it, DauT will have the edge. Because of the Chinese economy, Chinese upgrades, and he can commit more to the archers and crossbowmen than the Mongol guy. DauT's defending himself with no problem. The Viper made towers, so having the TC on displacement here is a good thing. Good towers, doing their job. Tatoh here. Oh no, Tatoh, that's bad. Tatoh defense is failing here to the archers of RiuT, man. Maybe he needs some support, maybe this was a greedy tower. Maybe he should have built like DauT did. A few palisades pushing the wood to the TC and maybe the tower, but now his economy is suffering a lot. The risk that I see here is on the Castle Age, RiuT combining his forces with Miguel taking down Viper, while Dogao just keep DauT busy. So right now I don't know what the TyRanT plan is, but the tower push from Tatoh has failed. He just put a lot of towers in the middle of nowhere. Those zebras are not changing the game. Here comes RiuT with archers. The Viper still on feudal. This is not going to end well. Maybe Tatoh wants to go for conks, but also not a good idea against the Ethiopians. DauT making a third archery range, committing himself. He's already outnumbering Dogao on feudal. Chinese can really commit to this. And 3 against 2 archer ranges. But Dogao is now on castle, making university. DauT's going to have to fly back. RiuT has archers here stopped. He should have be trying to hit RiuT Viper, but he can't. Oh my god, Tatoh is doing coinage, so he's going to sling DauT or Viper? Maybe Viper, huh? Because of the Berber to do enough knights, but I still rather like the combination of the crossbowmen with the knights. RiuT is trying to get some advantage here, but I think that he should be working together to take down DauT or the Viper fast. Okay, Tatoh is trying to always table from Miguel. But is losing his thrush, he's dead. The Viper here with knights, now going for the +2, trying to do some damage. DauT and Dogao are facing each other, and Dogao is doing a great job for the Mongol. Now the Viper is coming to help versus RiuT. I think that RiuT should be here too. Okay, so RiuT has... Oh my god, why? He's only now going for a second TC, but so is DauT. But I cannot see his army. Oh, here it is, okay. Maybe that's an overkill, huh? Maybe he's overkilling Tatoh. He should be helping Dogao, maybe. Viper's being slinged, and I do not see any plan to stop him. Definitely not good. I can totally see the TyRanT winning this game, man. Because the Viper who's being slinged is not being stopped. DauT is not being stopped. The only thing that I can think that can change the game here is Brazil outbooming. But in order to outboom TyRanT, they should all be working together. The Viper RiuT's now making how pikemen on arbalests. Maybe with arbalests and halbs. I don't like what Dogao is doing because he's having to add so many archery ranges. He's overcommitting himself with archers, so maybe in the long run, he's not going to have an advantage over DauT. But right now he has because of his villager count, man. He's doing more army and more villagers than DauT. The fight continues. Now Brazil is trying to work together, all the three together, huh? And they're putting TyRanT to run. You see? That's what I was talking about. Brazil should be doing this like 10 minutes ago and as a preference in enemy's base. Okay, the Viper is on Imperial. And that's the point of Brazil attacking. Since Brazil is not attacking, maybe now Viper can use the speed of his army to hit RiuT, for example, who's here, while Miguel and Dogao are on the other side of the map. That's really bad. You see? RiuT army here, that's the same mistake of Arabia. All a slow army there to defend instead of attacking. And Viper is killing the TC. No, he's not, he's raiding. Making a forward castle. Oh, look at this scene. That's a beautiful scene. Tatoh protecting the villagers of Viper, building houses. Look at this. What a teamwork. That's a beautiful move. And RiuT is now with a really bad villager count because of this raiding. He's even with lower villager count than Tatoh. Miguel is also being raided on Castle Age. The only one in still a good position is Dogao, but as I said, I believe that DauT can get back to Dogao if he plays it correctly. Great play by Viper here. Tatoh dying actually ended up being good because of the horses, but as I said, Brazil did a mad move. They had slow army, once again no defense. The Viper is just choosing where to attack. Miguel totally open, no defense. RiuT as well. Oh, TyRanT doesn't have defense well. Tatoh could put villagers on the towers. Villager indeed doesn't have defense, and that's why Brazil is playing bad. Brazil should have attacked him before. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to pause. Man, that's really bad. That's really bad because I don't think that Brazil is going to turn this. RiuT is dying here to Viper's push. DauT now has Arbalest to support. Cavaliers, Arbalests, Miguel the Pocket, 70 villagers, third less than Viper. Dogao here, the Mongol who was boomed and with more villagers than DauT, dead because he won't be able to complete the Mangodai in time. He's going to lose all his economy, and DauT's trapping, so they're not even being able to kill the straps. So Dogao can be dead just because of his civilization here. Miguel with no hope. Tatoh out of the game, but coming back to Castle. Now he's on Castle Age, returning to the booming. Maybe he can still appear if the game goes longer. RiuT trying to push back. That's a nice attempt with Arbalests and a few Halberdiers, but look at the villagers. With 60 villagers, the Viper is just going to stomp this army. Well, man, I guess I have no other option here, but before Brazil does, I'm going to do this. I'm calling the GG because there's no way of Brazil turning this game. Miguel's dead. No chance at all. DauT's even helping. DauT alone can take down Dogao here, right now. If Dogao do a really good game, he can force DauT to ask for help, but not to take this pushback. DauT has killed once again using a lot of skirmishers. And in the other side, Tatoh was just starting to boom with trade cards, so that's an accelerated boom. 8 for villagers already and trade cards, so I believe that Tatoh could go in at any moment. RiuT hold. He did? No, he just flew away. He just died. In my opinion, the mistake here is that at some point, Tatoh was out of the equation. The only thing that he could do was doing a small sling. So what, in my opinion, Brazil should have done was just getting all their armies, RiuT, crossbowmen, Dogao and DauT1 and DauT army were kind of offsetting themselves. But if Miguel spammed knights, RiuT came with his army, both on the Viper would die on castle. I believe that Brazil was too passive on this game and were forced to join their armies to defend. If they would be forced to join their armies anyway, they should have been doing this to attack when they had the chance. They let the Viper to get strong because of the sling, they were not attacking, they were trying to outboom, and this doesn't work like the first game. In the first game, they were all together, the TyRanTs. So it was easier for them to, okay, let's run to this side, this side, this side, this side. Speed was not a factor. In this game, speed was a big factor, and that's why the Viper could kill RiuT when they all gathered their armies there to repel DauT and Viper. Viper went back, DauT sacrificed a small army, and the Viper put a really good pressure here on RiuT. So well guys, 2 series today, AM winning 3-1, TyRanT winning 3-0, China A and Brazil, guys you should hurry because you are in disadvantage. So technology wise, Viper was an Imperial on 33 and RiuT had crossbowmen by 23 minutes, so 10 minutes for Brazil to gather all their powers and try to kill Viper, man. No reason for not doing so. Sorry. Well, and that's the GG for me. I'm going to stop for today. I hope you have enjoyed the casting.